Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Gemini for the beginning of February. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you for the first half or the beginning of February. Do apologize if I said January. I did that before in this set of readings, but no, we're looking at February. So I am going to be using a Celtic cross spread here. So if you're new to my channel, you've never seen me do a Celtic cross, but my long-term viewers know that I used to do this spread all the time. It's a classic tarot spread. And I'm also using the Light Seers Tarot, which actually this is the first set of readings I have used the Light Seers Tarot with. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It's nice. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's make sure we're all set up in view. And then we'll go ahead and take 3 bonus cards or extra cards. These are like clarifiers that we'll look at towards the end of the reading. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is a really exciting energy. This is somebody who can come in and just be like a big ball of fire and get you excited and get you fired up about something. Typically this connects to some sort of like career opportunity or news around your career, but it could also say that maybe some of you are looking to become a little bit more adventurous around something in your life. You can see how adventurous this person is. They are dancing in the desert, right? And you could say that they're sort of like a fire dancer is sort of what this reminds me of. Yeah, some of you here are looking maybe to add a little bit of adventure into your life. I do also think that some of you are going to be getting some news or information around your career here, Gemini. You may be having a meeting with a boss or something like this here at this time. And let's see how that might go for you if that's on your timeline. But let's just dive right into it. So in the overall position or the current situation, you do have the Empress card. So the Empress card is a card you love to see in a tarot reading. It is a card that indicates major abundance. The illustration, I don't really connect with this yet. I'm going to have to take some more time to think about this illustration. I've pulled the card a few times, but it is really interesting how the woman on, or the Empress here is birthing the world or birthing the globe. And, you know, the point being here is that when you get the Empress card, it can be a card that indicates motherhood. It can be a card that indicates nurturing something into your life. It is also a card that is Venus energy, right? Venus is all about love and the finer things in life, luxury, and kind of living a luxury lifestyle. But this is a major card of abundance, okay, more importantly. And that's kind of the way that I like to take the Empress card. So for some of you here, it seems like you have an opportunity that could really change your situation with the news from the Page of Wands, and then the Empress card in your current situation. Now, in the problem position, isn't this interesting? You have the Emperor. How did I not even notice that? I was just singularly focused here on the Empress. Wow. So look at this. This is a power couple. This is a couple in the tarot. This is a one-to-one couple in the tarot. Isn't that interesting? I can tell you I've read the Celtic Cross a lot, and I don't think that I have pulled this cross, that I pulled this combination before. So it is quite literally that some of you are having some spousal issues here. If you are married or if you're in a relationship, some of you could be having some spousal issues. Now, this doesn't feel like a love reading, okay? So what I think most of you are going to be dealing with here is maybe you're having a problem with the person in charge or the boss. Okay, you can see that this person's playing chess. There's also, yeah, the chessboard below them. This is interesting. I actually want some more information. I think some of you may be having a problem with the boss. I also think that some of you, here's the deal, the Emperor is about If it's not referring to the position, the person in power or your boss or authority figure, let's say you don't have one, the Emperor is about you bossing up and you becoming successful in something, boss or not. Whether you have I'm going to stop using the word boss, I've said it 100 times, but whether you have a 9 to 5 where you work under someone or you're self-employed, the Emperor is your ability to be successful in whatever it is that you do. This card is typically a card of major success in work and career. That is showing up in the problem position. And so it's possible here that some of you are working through this, or you're having conversations about maybe you're trying to get something successfully off the ground and it's just not working. Let's get some information here. So you know what? I usually start up here, but recently I've been starting here. So in the past, you have the Lovers card. This makes more sense, actually. So actually, this is a pretty clear first 3 cards. With the Empress, the Emperor, and the Lovers, it's possible that for those of you who are here with love, you may be having an issue with your significant other or your spouse. You might be having some spousal stuff that's going on here. For the people here for business and work and career, the Lovers represents your relationship, your business relationships, your one-to-one business relationships in work. Okay, and something here has been going on with your business relationships, and it's possible here that maybe some of you are able to air out grievances or talk through something or communicate through something here with this Page of Wands on the bottom. All right, now in the area of your thoughts, you have the Moon. All right, so the Moon is all about what is below the surface. You can actually see that illustration here. Something not exactly being in plain view or being in plain sight. And this can also talk about the dream world as well. And it says that perhaps some of you know right now that you need to attain or achieve clarity. Okay, and so I think with this conversation that you're having about, the reason you're going to be having this conversation here as it relates to your business is because you know you have to get clear on something. You have to acquire clarity. And I think that this could be a stepping stone to improving the success of a project or of something specifically in your business career life. And so I think in achieving clarity, you will likely be on a more successful path because that is showing up in the problem position here. Now, in the lower row here, you have the Four of Cups. Now, this is what you can't see or what you don't see coming. Some of you may not realize, you know what, I'm going to go with this. I think some of you may not realize that there's actually an opportunity here to work through something. Some of you may have written this whole thing off like, oh, I'm never going to work this out, or I'm never going to, I'm never going to come to an agreement with this person, or this opportunity will never come in. But actually, the Four of Cups here, this person is focused on these 3 cups that are spilled and empty, but the universe, you can see the hand, this hand represents God or the universe, is offering this person an opportunity. And actually, they have their hand on the opportunity, but they're not capitalizing it. But in this case, I'm going to go with the traditional meaning, which is you can't see it. And so what you can't see here is that there is a way out of whatever has been unsuccessful, because it feels like maybe there's something that right now that's a little unsuccessful with the Emperor card in the problem position. Whatever that is, you're turning this around. There is an alternative solution or a new way of looking at this that will help you work. Yeah, that will help you work through this. So this is a really, really positive sign. Now, in the future position, or what's coming in the future, you do have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you're the first person to get the Ace of Swords here. Interesting. Got the spiral staircase. And you see like all of the equations here. So one of the things about the about the Suit of Swords is it does connect to intelligence or intellect. Okay, numbers, all of that type of stuff. But the Ace of Swords really represents a breakthrough. Is that a Fibonacci sequence, I wonder? Some of you like the fractal patterns or something. Interesting. All right. Anyway, with the Ace of Swords, this represents a breakthrough. So in in the future here, you're achieving clarity. Okay, this is really important to you. You're thinking about achieving clarity here with the moon. You're having a breakthrough. Okay, you're breaking through whatever challenge you have with this either boss figure, this authority figure, or this situation where you've maybe need to improve the win rates, so to speak, or the success rate of something here with the Emperor. You're figuring it out with this Ace of Swords. This is a really, really positive situation to be in here with this in the future position. Now let's take a look at this column. So this column here is the direction in which you are headed. So in your influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Seven of Cups. Lots of people have been getting this. Seven of Cups plainly speaks to the idea that you have so many opportunities in front of you that it's a little overwhelming. And in fact, this is a good problem to have when you have the Seven of Cups, because it says you have an abundance of choice. You have an abundance of options. Okay, narrowing things down to, I think, what do you like highest priority, what need do you, okay, identifying a need and then prioritizing those needs. Okay, so I think some of you here are looking to identify the needs and then maybe park or sideline the things that are not immediate needs and then prioritize those. I think some of you here are going to help yourself work through this feeling of being overwhelmed by simply putting pen to paper, identifying the problem areas, identifying your biggest needs, and then, you know, just going through it step by step, line by line. And I think taking a sort of swords approach here with the Ace of Swords, this is what I'm describing as a very air approach, air sign approach. I am a Libra sun sign. It's a very air sign approach, Gemini, okay? So I think some of you are really going to connect to this, okay? And I think some of you here are going to really connect to putting pen on paper, and this is going to be how you work through this feeling of being overwhelmed. This is a good problem to have because you have choices, especially as you have this Ace of Cups here. You may not even see some of the choices, okay? And so you are really, really, really looking to create or connect with clarity at this time. Now, in the external influence, this is what's happening outside of you or what is happening from people around you. You have the King of Wands. Okay, so you are actually the first person to pull the King of Wands. So we have the King of Wands, Page of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands coming up. And these are all really, really positive cards in business and career, particularly for entrepreneurs. But what's going on here is you have the Emperor in the problem position, and then you have the King of Wands in the external situation. And it's almost like there is somebody who you need to win over, or there's somebody that you need to convince them of something. You need to convince them of something, okay? And this person holds some power, or this person is somebody who, like, it's in your best interest for them to align with your vision around something. It almost feels like. On another level, the King of Wands is a really good card for entrepreneurship, but it doesn't fit into this because we're looking at this as this is the external situation. And so there's somebody here that you are like trying to game plan around, or you're trying to figure out like, okay, how can we get on the same page? Like, how can we work best together here? Yeah. That's coming in pretty strongly. Now you have in the Hopes and Fears, you have the Four of Swords. All right, this is a card of rest and recovery. You can actually see here, this person is healing from the heartbreak of the Three of Swords card. Okay, this person's healing from the heartbreak of the Three of Swords, and they're successfully doing that. Now, there is another timeline. If you're still here, and you're here for love, or you're just interested, there's this spousal or relationship issue here that seems to be coming up with the Empress, Emperor, and then the lovers in the past. It's not like relationship ending. Okay, it's not relationship ending. That I firmly believe that. This is something about like needing to air out grievances, and I think that for some of you here, you will, yeah, you're needing to air out grievances and kind of tell each other what your needs are, and then this will do a lot of good in the situation, okay, for both of you. With this Four of Cups here in what you can't see coming, because one of the two of you are bored in this situation, and you're just worried that you won't be able to create some level of stability, but it seems like you will. But one of the two of you are bored around something, and I think it can be worked through, but yeah, you'll have to take that as it resonates. Now, in the outcome, you have the Knight of Wands. So, Knight of Wands, you love to see. This is, I've been saying, well, okay, so the Knight of Wands in a general like life reading can indicate that maybe some of you are ready to move house or move residence. It can also mean that some of you are ready to travel, do some serious, significant travel. But it's very good in business context as well, as this represents an event coming into fruition around business and career. Okay, this can also be about putting serious motion towards or on a business plan or on a business project or on some sort of self or personal development project as well. Some of you here, if you're looking to become an entrepreneur, very, very, very positive combination for you with all of these cards: Page of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. So some of you are moving in that direction, but there is this other timeline here where you're really needing to work with someone. Yeah. And remember here, you have this Ace of Swords in the future position. This is breakthrough energy. So whatever, some of you are really looking to acquire success around something. You're getting the breakthrough in that area. And with the outcome being the Knight of Wands, you're full steam ahead. You're moving forward on this. So it's an exciting time when you get the Knight of Wands. You can even see here that this person's sort of beating to the drum of their own life, and the drum is on fire, right? And they're ready. They're just dancing with the universe. It's a very, very exciting card. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what is in these clarifiers here, in these bonus cards. All right, so you're the first person to get the Chariot. You have the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So the Chariot is a card, also another moving card. Some of you will be moving residence. Is it going to happen between now and the middle of February? I don't know. I mean, if not, you're thinking about it here between now and February. It's also possible that this is the move-in week or whatever. But some of you are definitely traveling or moving here in this slot of time. The other thing is, this is a card that can indicate victory and triumph. In this case, look, we've been talking about it this whole reading. There's a problem where something has been unsuccessful. Okay, I love to see the Chariot come in to clarify. I love to see this King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. I love to see the healthy communication. You're getting some type of healthy victory that you've been waiting for here around this career or business situation. All right, and I do think that there is a big element of communication that is being indicated in this reading, more so than the other ones. You have Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords. All right, so some of you have just been a little bit down about like this. There is a set of you who are watching this reading who are dealing with a challenge person or a problem person, or even if they're a good person, there's something about there's something about them currently where you need to convince them of something. Okay, it's like maybe you know that this is the right path. They're not on board with it, but like everybody else is on board with it, and they're not for whatever reason. And it's almost like some of you here are trying to get someone on board with something, or you're trying to pitch something, and this is causing you some stress here. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at pulling some of these oracle cards. So let's see what some of these oracle cards have to say. All right, I think that's enough. That seems like these are the cards that want to come forward. All right, so you actually have 5. So you have yes and ask your angels. You're going to get a yes, I think, from this person. I think whatever strategizing that you do, whatever plans you put in motion are going to be quite successful here. Wow. And then you also got to know. No, not the right time, and meditation brings answers. What a conundrum this is. That is sort of yeah, that kind of clashes with the meaning here. Okay, so I know what's happening here. Some of you gotta know. Yep. This is the whole thing. Some of you got a hard no before. Some of you got a hard no because it just wasn't the right time for this situation, for this timeline to come in. I think you're getting a yes in the future. Okay, but I think you need to make sure that you are armed with knowledge and you are ready to have re-pitch this idea or reintroduce this idea. I do think some of you in the past got a hard no. Yeah, you got a hard no. It just wasn't manifested for that time. I do think you're getting a yes here in the future. All right, let's go ahead and let's see here. All right, I'm gonna pull some Kipper cards and see what the Kipper cards have for you. So you have journey, imprisonment, and change. We're gonna go ahead and clarify these two. Okay. Okay, yep. So if you're still here, there's definitely, you have the moving card. This is the card in the Kipper that indicates moving residence. So bags packed, cars ready to go, and you're moving out of this apartment. Okay, that's what this card's all about. So this person even has their suitcase here. All right, so some of you here felt trapped where you were in your living space before, and you're moving to a much healthier place. You're excited, you're ready to go, and yeah. Now, the Distance Horizon card, for the people who are here about this business timeline I'm hooking into, this can indicate 1 to 3 months in the future. All right, and so it may take a little bit of time for this to materialize or manifest. Okay, remember, trust the timing that the universe is giving you here. And by the way, there are also a number of you who are going to take time to travel with Journey as well. And the relationship situation seems like you are going to be working through any feelings of boredom with this imprisonment and the Four of Cups and the courtship card. So that seems good. Overall, this is a great reading, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. That's what I have for you. And I will most certainly be talking to you again soon.